Hi everybody, Katie here. It's been a little while since I filmed a video, so I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do some colored pencil with Gamsol coloring for you today. Let's see, these are the supplies here that I'm going to be using. I've got my colored pencils already picked out here. These are Prisma colored pencils. I've got some navy blue embroidery floss, just some cheap, it's cross-stitch thread. I bought like a huge bulk pack that came with just, like a million different colors, and I use the mess out of it. But you get it in the cross-stitch section from any kind of craft store. I've got my standard white Nina card base here. This is just a 4 1/4, 5 1/2 A2 card with the side fold. These are my colored pencils. I've got my layers here all set up. I've got a navy blue layer. I've got a green and white diagonal stripe layer. This was it's just a piece of cardstock from like Michael's or something like that. It's from a variety pack kind of thing. Then I have a navy blue scalloped circle, and then a white Nina regular circle. I've got my handy dandy Ranger archival ink in the black. The stamp set I'm going to use is from Stampin' Up! The Giggle Greetings. I really love this one. It's so cute. I've done some cards with this stamp set already, and I've actually used, let me see if you guys can see these, I've actually used all the stamps in here except the dog. I have not used the dog stamp yet, but they're hilarious. They're just too cute. So I'm going to use the dog stamp and do some Gamsol coloring with him. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp out my image. And I've got my white circle and my archival ink here. And I just want to be sure I get a good coating on that. And I'm sorry if my head gets in the way here a little bit, but I want to make sure that I get every bit of this on the circle, because it was just a little bit tight. Give it a good amount of pressure, straight down. Maybe a little there in the middle just in case. Pull it back up. Super, super cute. Okay. So there's my little doggy image. You did it. Now go chase your dreams, or your tail, or whatever. I got a kick out of that saying. I have a friend whose son is going to be graduating from high school this year, and I thought this would be really, really cute. Okay, so I've got that. Here's my colors here. I've got my Gamsol right here. And then I have my little blending stump. This is a number 1. And I have already sharpened my ends. And I'm going to bring in just a little more light so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put the cap on that just until I'm ready for it. Gamsol is not something that you want to leave, just open all the time. Okay, so this is a light brown Prismacolor pencil. It's called Ginger Root, PC 1084, and I'm going to go all over my dog. You know what? I try and keep an eye on my time while I'm doing these videos, because I don't have a way to speed them up. So I forgot to start my timer over here. Okay, so I'm laying down the light brown color on the dog. Color in the dog. And I'm not being too super careful to not go over the black spots, but I do want to stay in the lines, and I don't want to color on his eyes or his tongue. So, just coloring the dog. Alright. Now, a little bit of shading. Now these stamps, this stamp set was really, really good about telling you where the shading is. So you can see these little, I don't know if y'all can see them, these little lines right here in the tail indicate shading. These little lines right here on his side indicate some shading. So we're definitely going to put some of this darker brown here. This one is light umber, number 941. And we're going to put a little bit right there on his tail end. And then down his tail. And then a little bit on his belly. And then this little bit of right there. And I'm going to bring in a little bit more over here just to kind of help round him out a little bit down there on his legs. And I'm going to bring in a little over here on his leg. It's not a whole lot of shading, so I'm going to color in his little spots too. And then we'll just take the Gamsol over everything, and I'm going to go into his ears too. Yeah, we'll just take the Gamsol over all of him, except his eyes. He look funny like that. Okay, so now we're going to open up the Gamsol. And like I said, I have a number 1 blending stump, and I want my finer tip. I think that's going to be my finer tip right there. And I'm just going to dip it in. And I like to start in a lighter area and just kind of smooth it out. I like to start in the lighter areas first and just kind of get rid of those pencil lines, the pencil marks. And then I go in and I grab some of that dark brown and pull that dark brown out just a little. And, you know, a little more. Now, I've heard of people using baby oil and other things to do this technique with. I have not tried the baby oil. The thought of using the baby oil terrifies me, because I know what happens, like whenever you go and get fast food and there's like a whole bunch of oil on like your french fries or whatever, and it soaks through the bag and you get those terrible oil spots on the bag. And so I feel like it would probably do that to the paper. So I am too chicken to try the baby oil technique. I will stick to my Gamsol. Okay, so that's his body. And now I'm going to go, I'm sorry if you guys can't see, like my hands are in the way, but I'm just coloring, you know, little pieces of him here and there. I'm just using my blending stump to work it all through and blend all of him and make sure that I don't have any harsh lines. So there he is. And now I have blended away some of my shading here. So I'm going to add in just a little more right there. And a little more right in here. So that's one of the things I absolutely love about the Gamsol this technique, is you don't have to be super precise, you know. I mean, you can play around a little bit with, you know, with these, and it doesn't hurt it any, you know. It still looks fantastic. Okay, body looks good. I'm happy with his body. His face is a little flat. So I'm going to add just a little bit right here. Am I happy with that? I am happy with it. Okay, so I'm going to close that up. And I'm also noticing here that his tongue. I need to get my pencils, and I need to color his tongue. The pencils that I'm pulling out of this pouch here, these are also Prisma color pencils. They're just ones that I have bought individually, and they don't fit in the tin. So just a little bit of that red, and then I'm going to blend that out. There we go. This was, what is this thing called? Scarlet Lake, number 923. I like that. That's really, really pretty. Okay. So there's that. All right. See, and that went super duper fast. Like, there we go. Or a piece of cat fur. All right. See, so that went super duper quick. Hope you guys can see that. That looks really, really good. You know what else I want to do? I think here at the end, I'm going to use my, I put my glossy accents in this fine line applicator bottle. Oh, incorrect. Okay. Oh, crap. Get back on there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so, yeah, there it is. All right. So I put my glossy accents in this fine line applicator bottle. Oh, good Lord. This is not one of... Come on now. Let's go. Come on. There we go. Okay. All right. Whew, that was scary. I didn't think that was going to come out. So I put my glossy accents in this fine line applicator bottle, and I really, really, really like it because it doesn't clog. It was a little hard to pull out just then, with this little piece right here. But, I mean, other than that, this little thing has been awesome. Oh, this is kind of loose. I hope this isn't going to fall out. Has anybody had issues with this thing right here being this loose? Oh my gosh, that's super, oh my gosh, that's really, really loose. That really scares me. Anyway, so I'm probably going to put that on his eyes here towards the end. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm going to be, moving everything around. So I have my adhesive. This is just some regular old Tuesday morning super good price adhesive. It's a permanent adhesive, and I can find it usually at Tuesday morning pretty regularly. They sell them in like a 4-pack for like $5. So I usually pick up a pack whenever I'm in there and I see it. Okay, so there's that. Got him on there. I have this foam roll, this roll of foam tape that I'm almost finished with. And I'm going to use it. Whoop. We're going to slap some of it down there. And I'm going to cut this one in half. Oh, it's running away. It's running away. Alright. Okay. So that'll give me a little dimension on that piece there. Set that off to the side. Now I'm going to get these two pieces. This is my navy layer and then the green and white diagonal stripe layer. This piece of cardstock you can see is extremely thin. So I am going to, that's why I have the navy blue layer. I'm going to be using it to kind of to bolster it and make it a lot sturdier. So let me put some adhesive on it. And I've had this little adhesive thingy for a little while, so I wouldn't be surprised if it runs out like right in the middle of this video. Okay, now I'm going to move this down and kind of do this off camera, but basically I'm just going to center it. It's a really, really tight, so I'm going to need to get kind of close to it, so I'm just going to pull this down here just a second. And I'm sorry, I know you guys can't see me doing this, but this is driving me crazy. Nope. Jacked it up. Jacked it up. Okay. Okay, so let's try this again. Oh, it is even tighter than I thought it was going to be. I used, that's close enough. I used a dye. I used 2 different dyes, actually. Oh, that's actually pretty, oh, well, it's a little crooked, but anyway, it's okay. I used a dye. I used 2 different dyes to cut this, and they're from 2 different sets, so they don't exactly layer properly. But anyway, so you get a little more on this side and a little more on this side, but that's okay. It looks fine. I'm alright with it. I'm good with it. It's just paper. I'm going to put some foam adhesive. No. Oh, I forgot about my thread. Okay. So I have my thread here. And I want to put... since I'm going to be using foam adhesive on this layer anyway, I'm going to secure it with a piece right there. And then I'm just going to wrap it around. Just wrapping it around. I think that's going to be good enough. Just like that. Now I'm going to do another piece. Stuff. Just cure all 3 right there. Okay. Now I can go in and finish putting in the rest of this adhesive and putting this on my card case. There, and there. Let's do a couple more, just for good measure. I feel like I'm going to put one there, and I feel like I'm going to want one there. Okay, and I'm going to clip the end of this. There we go. Where did that card base go? Here it is. Alright, so I got my white card base here. Come on now. Come on, get it together now. There we go. Cannot get, there we go. Oh, finally, okay. I like this foam adhesive. I don't remember where I got it from, but I like it because it's super, super sticky. Okay. Ooh. God, wouldn't that be bad if we turned the car the wrong way and oh! Okay, so let's line this up. That is horribly crooked. I'm going to tilt this up a little bit so I can see it. Tilt it up to right there. Maybe I can see a little bit better what the hey I'm doing. Alright, that's not so bad. That I'm happy with. Alright. And then I'm going to peel my backings off of this piece here. Maybe if I can find, there it is, find a good edge. Alright, now, I'm going to put him kind of off the layers just a little bit. I'm going to put him right there. And I'm going to squirt a little bit of this on his eyes. Maybe. Oh my goodness, this does not want to come out. Well, there it goes. It's just taking its time. And a little dabble do you with this stuff. And I'm just kind of going to move it around because I don't want to overdo it. I think I need some new glossy accents. I think this is probably just about had it. Okay, there we go. Alright, so there we go. There is our finished card. Super, super cute. Really, really easy and a lot of fun. I like coloring little images like this because they, I mean, you can do just a ton of them in no time flat. And they're great ways to practice your coloring. So there is our card. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me comments. You know, if you have questions, comments, videos, you know, anything you guys want to see, let me know. Leave it in the comments section. And thank you guys again so much for watching. Have a great weekend.